Oh my, it looks like we had a wreck. Look at that. Let me see if I can make my way down there to it without busting my ass. Yeah, this definitely got hit. As you can see, yeah, it is broke loose from its mooring. Ain't that something? Don't look like it's been that long happened. I know it probably during the ice, because this bridge was covered with ice. Yeah, look at it. It peeled it back. Started the peeling process, but it broke loose from its mooring, its base. Well, hell, that shouldn't have broke. People, we got a failure of material here. How in the hell did that break like that? If that was supposed to stop a car going pretty damn fast. And that's what we got. That's the last post right there. How in the hell? Huh. Well, that post is right over there. And that post is just laid down. So that wasn't designed or built right. That should have never moved. That should have stayed there with that little bit of a lick. Look at that.
That's not from the last ice storm. It's
been since then.
It happened well before this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's probably what I'm saying is on the first video I just got through making was it's probably due to the ice. But this fella said it's been out here about 2 weeks. I'm not going to put you on YouTube unless you want to be on.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I think it's been longer than 2 weeks, but it's been a while.
Longer than 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks. And they just should have stayed right in place with that lick that it took. And that's what I was telling him. This is designed to peel back. And this is put here in case a car comes around this curve and loses control. And this is not supposed to move. It's not supposed to come off of the mooring, and it should be designed to stay in place and absorb the impact of a car going 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, it started to peel. I see what you're saying. You should have turned it around and just peeled it right on back up.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing, but we'll talk about them getting it fixed and get it out of here so it won't be no safety hazard, because that's the kind of thing you got to tell them. This is a safety hazard, people.
Somebody hit that.
Mayor, Special Road District, County Engineer, everybody, pay attention. This should have been already fixed. I know we had snow and this is the first day it's 70 degrees, but come on, let's get out here and fix it for these people. All right, people, we're standing down here at the south end of the thing where we can see one that hadn't been hit, and we can examine it and look at it, and that just shows you, see the cable system right there? Now there's another one over there. You can see its cable system and the way it would peel back. So it's useless. If it was hit at high speed, it would just disintegrate without doing its job. There's not enough peel back on this one versus that one down there. Had a lot of peel back. Maybe I can put a video in here, insert of one how it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to work. But having that cable.
In this video, we'll be taking a look at the MASH sequential kinking terminal, otherwise known as the MSKT. This is a MASH compliant terminal that's designed to be installed with the 31-inch midway splice guardrail system. The manufacturer's installation manual includes an installation checklist. If possible, try to have that checklist with you as we go through this video. We'll be taking a look at some of the important points on the checklist. The first thing to look at is to make sure that the rail height is in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations. This is a 31-inch system as measured from finish grade to the top of the rail. And there is a 1-inch plus or minus tolerance. This is a tangent system. This example is installed at a 0 offset, but it can be installed at up to a 2-foot offset. Make sure that all of the rails in the system are straight rails and that there are no curved rails installed. Make note of rail number 1. Rail number 1 is not connected to post number 1. Rail number 1 has a series of 4-inch slots. It's a 12-foot 6-inch rail. Because this is designed to attach to the midway splice system, rail number 2 is a shorter rail. This is a 9-foot 4.5-inch rail that's designed to get the splice halfway between the posts. Alternatively, you could use a 15-foot 7.5-inch rail, which would put the splice between the next 2 posts. Taking a look at post 1 and post 2. Post number 2 has the hinge bolt installed on the downstream side, away from the impact head. Post number 1 has the hinge bolt attached on the upstream side, closest to the impact head. Make sure that at post 1 and at post 2, the lower portion does not protrude more than 4 inches above finished grade. At post 1 and again at post 2, this should not exceed 4 inches above finished grade. Make sure that at post 2, the open slots where the rail is attached to the post, make sure those are on the upstream side toward the impact head. Post number 3 and beyond are all standard guardrail posts. Note that post 1 and post 2 do not have offset blocks. However, from post 3 and beyond, offset blocks are required. The MSKT system is laid out so that all of the posts are at 6 foot 3 inches on center. Let's take a look at the impact head. The impact head is connected to post 1 at 2 locations. Make sure those connections are tight. Taking a look at the bearing plate at the lower end of the cable, the 5-inch dimension should be oriented so that it is up, while the 3-inch dimension would be oriented closest to the ground level. Make sure that there is a retainer tie in place to help prevent the bearing plate from rotating. The cable should be taut. There should be no more than 1 inch of play in the cable. Take a look at the ground strut and make sure that it's connected at post 1 and post 2. Finally, take a look at the cable anchor bracket. There should be 8 cable anchor bracket shoulder bolts attached firmly to the rail. The cable anchor bracket should be seated firmly on the shoulders of those bolts, with the open portion facing toward the impact head. That completes the checklist for the MSKT tangent terminal system. For more details, please refer to the manufacturer's installation manual. Make sure that you fully understand this system before you attempt to install it or inspect it. Thanks for watching.